Hey Gemini, this is your love reading for the week of February 25th through March 3rd. I hope this reading resonates with those watching. Remember to check your moon and your rising sign as well. There's plenty of free birth charts out there. If you want a private reading, you can email me. My email and prices are listed in the About section. All right, what does Gemini need to hear February 25th through March 3rd? February 25th through March 3rd, the sign of Gemini, please. That one came flying out. What's going on here, Gemini? All right, and at the bottom of the deck, you have the Two of Wands. So the energy coming through for this week is creating a vision, having a vision for yourself, wanting victory, planting seeds of intention to get what you want. And the card representing you, Gemini, this week, the Nine of Swords. And the Nine of Swords is somebody who is worried. They're stressed out. They can't sleep at night. Their mind is constantly thinking about whatever it is that they're worried about. And that's not unusual for Geminis. Geminis are air signs, which represents the Swords card. They're always thinking. If they're not doing something, they're thinking. So we'll find out what you're worried about this week, Gemini. I'm going to clarify that Nine of Swords. What does Gemini need to hear? Why is Gemini worried? All right, the Empress and the Queen of Swords. So we'll start with the Empress. Maybe there's something new coming into your life, Gemini, that you're unsure of. Here with the Empress can represent rebirth, It can represent pregnancy, the birth of a child. It can also represent new beginnings. So maybe you're going down a new path this week, Gemini, and it could be a new job, a new relationship, a new beginning. So the Queen of Swords also represents air signs, Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. So there you are again. So the Queen of Swords is somebody who makes a decision, very logical. So maybe there is some kind of decision that you have to make this week, and that's what you're worried about, some kind of new beginning. The card representing your partner is the Ten of Cups. So it seems like your partner is in a whole different other plane than you. They're happy, they feel fulfilled, they have everything that they want, everything that they dream of. So I know Geminis, they're really hard workers and they do like to be in control of a lot of things. So maybe your partner, you know, you control a lot of different types of things. Maybe you're more of the worker, more of the doer, more of the one paying the bills, and your partner is more sits back and relaxes. And so let's see. Characteristics that you guys have together or connections. The Devil. So the Devil can represent a few different things. The Devil can represent, you know, sexuality, ego. It can also represent trickery, feeling of imprisonment, of being stuck, of being bound. It can be to negative things like emotions. So with you worrying here, maybe that's why the Devil came up for what's going on in the relationship this week. You know, maybe you're just really worried, focused on negativity. So you need to stay positive, Gemini. Think positive. When you think positive and you put good vibrations and positive vibrations out there, eventually those positive vibrations and feelings come back to you. So my advice to you this week is don't worry. Nothing's permanent. You know, life is full of cycles, so you'll get past this worry. Okay, and the strengths, the Ace of Swords. So the Ace of Swords, another air sign type energy, being the swords, clarity, inspiration. You know, maybe you and your partner share great ideas together. Maybe you guys are both clear about what you want in the relationship. Let's clarify the Ace of Swords. Why is the Ace of Swords here? Geminis are also really great communicators, so maybe that's one of the other communication. Strength. So yeah, you guys, the Strength card came out, a major arcana representing the Ace of Swords. So you guys have a very strong relationship when it comes to communication, which is wonderful. That's very, very important in a relationship for your partner or your potential partner. And in weaknesses, the King of Swords. So the King of Swords, he's a charmer, he's a ruler, very passionate, sensual, a bit of a controller. He is, you know, no offense to the fire signs out there, but the King of Wands likes to be in control. So maybe that's why, you know, you worry so much, Gemini, because you take so much on, because you like to do things your way, or you feel like sometimes the way that you do things is right or the better way, very methodical. So maybe if you give up a little bit of that control, you know, you'll feel a lot better. You won't have such a burden on you. Talk to your partner and let them know how you're feeling about that. Let them know that you're feeling burdened if you are. Don't take on such a heavy load. All right, and what needs to be addressed, or can it be successful? Here we go again. You know, we have the Knight of Wands, so it seems to be that control, being in charge. That may be what needs to be addressed this week, Gemini. I'll clarify the Knight of Wands, but the Knight of Wands is somebody who comes in, somebody who is strong, successful, fiery. Wands represents fire signs, as I said, so passionate. Clarify the Knight of Wands for Gemini. What needs to be addressed with the Knight of Wands? right, so 2 came out, the 8 of Cups and the 5 of Wands. So more Wands energy. So with the 8 of Cups, the 8 of Cups is an emotional card. You can see the eclipse in here. You have the moon blocking the sun. So we do have a full moon coming up, and I think that's why the energy this coming week and the next few weeks is going to be a little bit difficult for people. It's going to bring worries to the surface. It's going to bring things that need to be purged out to the surface. So you may be feeling like you do need to walk away from giving so much control. This person's leaving the cups behind. Maybe what's in these cups is the worry, the control, whatever it is that the cups represents to you. But the man's walking away. You know, he's walking away from those burdens. So don't be afraid to talk to your partner if you feel overburdened with taking on too many responsibilities. Geminis do like responsibilities. They do like to be in control of things. Also, the 5 of Wands came out. So the 5 of Wands is about movement. It's about battle, inner conflict, outer conflict. So there may be some inner conflict going on here with you this week, and you may just need to take a step back. Take a step back from the one that's being in control all the time. All right, Gemini. So, I mean, overall, this is a pretty positive reading. There's a lot of advice here to, retreat, step back. You don't always have to be in control. Sometimes you just have to let go of control, and that takes all of the burden off your shoulders. I'm going to pull a couple oracle cards from Doreen Virtue's Love deck. What does Gemini need to hear for this week? Spirit, what does Gemini need to hear? 2 cards, please. One more card for Gemini. Okay, you have release your ex. The time has come to clear your energy. So maybe there is a person that you need to release. Maybe that's what some of the worry is, if this resonates with you out there. Maybe there's somebody new coming into your life and you need to let go of somebody. It doesn't necessarily have to be a person. As I said, let go of control. Maybe that's just part of your natural energy, and that's the energy that you need to clear. So let go of control, sit back, relax. And I know it's easier said than done, but I know a lot of Geminis out there, and this is one of their major characteristics. So purge that energy, and this full moon coming up is going to be there to help a lot of people purge any kind of negative energy or anything that needs to come to the surface. And working through that stuff is never easy, but so clear your energy. You also have passion. Allow your heart and soul to sing with joy. So that's another great card. And also, that could tie in with the devil. I know a lot of people think of the devil as being negative, but the devil can also represent, it can represent addictions, but it can also represent lust. And lust isn't necessarily always a bad thing. I'm going to pull one more card from Nature's Whispers Oracle deck. What does Gemini need to hear? Clear endeavor.